If your child has ever had a complete meltdown the moment you turned off the TV, this video will explain exactly why that's happening inside their brain and what you can do instead. Before age 5, your child's brain is building itself faster than at any other point in their entire life. And screens don't just entertain that brain, they train it. And at the end of this video, I'll give you 4 simple changes that make a huge difference, even if screen habits are already becoming a problem. If you're a parent today, screens are everywhere. Tablets at restaurants, phones in strollers, cartoons during dinner, YouTube before bed, a quick show while you answer emails, cook, or just try to breathe for 5 minutes. And honestly, most parents are not using screens because they're lazy. They are surviving. You're exhausted, overstimulated, trying to hold everything together while raising tiny humans in a world that never slows down. So this video is not about guilt. It's about understanding what screens are actually doing to a young developing brain, so you can make better decisions before certain patterns become deeply wired. Before age 5, neuroscientists call this a critical window of brain development. More than 1 million neural connections are forming every second. Everything your child experiences repeatedly becomes wiring. That's why this stage matters so much. And screens affect the brain very differently than real life does. Because real life is slower. It requires patience, observation, creativity, human interaction. But screens deliver something the brain finds extremely powerful. Constant stimulation, fast cuts, bright colors, instant rewards, endless novelty. And over time, the brain can start adapting to expect that level of stimulation all the time. That's why many children begin struggling with things that suddenly feel boring afterward. Books, listening, independent play, family conversation, waiting in line, even being alone with their own thoughts. Because real life cannot compete with entertainment designed to grab attention every second. And this is where many parents first notice something changing. Emotional regulation gets harder. You turn off the tablet, and suddenly, the reaction feels explosive. Not because your child is bad, and not because you failed, but because young brains struggle to transition away from highly stimulating input, especially before the self-control systems of the brain are fully developed. For some children, screens slowly become the brain's fastest escape from discomfort. Bored? Screen. Sad? Screen. Waiting? Screen. Upset? Screen. And little by little, the brain gets fewer opportunities to practice frustration tolerance naturally. But emotional resilience is built inside those small, uncomfortable moments. Waiting at the grocery store, watching mom cook, sitting in the car, trying to figure out what to play next. That's where attention span develops. That's where creativity develops. That's where self-regulation begins. And there's something even deeper happening. Screens can quietly replace connection. A child doesn't just need stimulation. They need eye contact, facial expressions, conversation, back and forth interaction. That's how language develops. That's how empathy develops. That's how emotional security develops. A screen reacts to taps. A human reacts to emotions. Think about the last time your child got hurt. Did they look at the TV for comfort? No, they looked for your face. Because your face, your eyes, your voice, your expression, that is the original programming their brain was designed for. Screens can never fully replicate that. And before age 5, the brain is slowly learning something very important. Is the world mainly built around human connection or constant stimulation? Connection is the original learning technology. Now, this does not mean all screen time is harmful. That's important to understand. Modern parenting is hard. Most families will use screens sometimes. The real question is, what is screen time replacing? If screens occasionally replace downtime, that's one thing. But if screens consistently replace sleep, movement, conversation, reading, play, boredom, or family interaction, that's when the effects often start stacking together. And many parents don't notice it immediately. At first, it's subtle. Shorter attention span, more irritability, sleep struggles, harder transitions, constant need for stimulation, less independent play. Then one day, parents suddenly wonder, why can't my child focus anymore? But the brain has been practicing fast stimulation for years. And if you're already feeling guilty hearing this, you are not too late. Children's brains are incredibly adaptable. Small changes made consistently can make a very big difference. So, here's the part most parents never hear. The fix is often much simpler than you think. First, protect the first 30 minutes after waking up and the last 30 minutes before bed. Those are two of the brain's most sensitive regulation windows. A screen first thing in the morning sets the brain stimulation baseline for the entire day. And screens before bed can interfere with melatonin, sleep quality, and emotional regulation. You don't need perfection. Just protect those windows first. Read a book. Play music. Cuddle. Draw. Talk. Start there. Second, try not to make screens the brain's primary emotional calming tool, because children need opportunities to move through frustration with support, not always escape it instantly. That doesn't mean every meltdown becomes a battle. It simply means sometimes allowing boredom, waiting, frustration, or discomfort to exist without immediately numbing it away. That's how emotional resilience grows. Third, allow more boredom. This one surprises many parents. But boredom is often where imagination begins. Children usually complain first, then eventually their brains start creating. Blankets become forts, sticks become swords, couches become mountains. That's not wasted time. That's brain development. And fourth, prioritize human interaction more than perfect educational content, because no app teaches the brain the same way real human interaction does. A simple conversation with you, even during ordinary daily life, can build language, emotional intelligence, attention, and security more deeply than another hour of educational screen time. Because children learn best through emotionally connected experiences, not just information. One day, your child will outgrow cartoons. They'll outgrow tablets. But the brain patterns built during these early years can stay for a very long time. That's why this matters. Not because screens are evil, but because childhood is literally shaping the architecture of the brain itself. And before age 5, the brain is learning what to expect from the world. Constant stimulation or human connection. You're not just managing screen time. You're shaping the brain your child will live in for the rest of their life. Parent the brain, not just the behavior.